TLC House Twist, when the house of your dreams is just a nightmare away. Sometimes those reality TV shows on TLC can become boring and repetitive. I mean, how many times can you really watch a couple with a $700,000 budget buy the same blue suburban house over and over again? In this brand new, never done before show, you will see what happens when the perfect home turns into your worst nightmare. Meet Eliza Pancakes, a 27-year-old woman living in Willow Creek. She works as a technician for the National Space Agency. Eliza describes herself as a perfectionist and a bit of a neat freak, but also materialistic. She's looking for her forever home with a budget of 90,000 simoleons to start her new life after she split from her ex-husband. Her requirements for the house are pretty easy to fulfill: close to her workplace, and it needs a garden. Our experts here at House Twist might have just found the perfect match to impress Eliza. Here's a neat home just in the outskirts of Willow Creek that meets all the requirements. Let's take a look. So, this beautiful little home in Willow Creek is actually up on the gallery. You can download it and you can use it for your own sim. But of course, this is catered towards Eliza Pancakes. So this house was made with her in mind. And obviously, since she is a little bit of a neat freak, she is very much a perfectionist, and she is also kind of materialistic, I decided to build her a house that is exactly the opposite, of course. And this is what this series is gonna be. This is the first episode. I'm planning on making more, and of course, other than the intro, and you're gonna see the outro as well, that are obviously scripted, and I try to make my best TLC guy that presents impression. The rest of the Speedbuild that you're seeing right now is gonna be just me talking about it like I do for my other Speedbuilds. Obviously for this one, I decided to use first a pool to make a look like a lake slash kind of pond, I guess, that is kind of on the front of the house, and I really wanted to make it look very grimy, very gross, and obviously super dirty and very, very cheap looking. Because of course, the house twist for this series is that every house is exactly the opposite of what these people want. So obviously Eliza would want a house that is very neat and nice and doesn't have any problems and is very beautiful and elegant, because she is obviously a materialistic, she's a neat freak, so obviously she wants everything to be clean, and this is exactly the opposite of it. So if you want to download this house, it is up on the gallery right now. I think it's called something like Dirty Squalor or something like I think something like around those lines. And at the end of this little segment before the end of the video, there are also going to be the screenshots, so if you want to check those out, it's going to be in a little while, in like, I'm saying 10 minutes more or less from now. But yeah, I had lots of fun making this first house. I really hope I can make this into an actual series where I make houses that are exactly the opposite what these sims want. And of course, the people that are making the show, they think that they did everything perfectly and that the house is exactly what these people want and it's exactly under the characteristics. And I guess that technically this is fitting two of the characteristics that Eliza asked for. So she asked for a garden, and there's obviously a big beautiful garden, and she asked for a house near her workplace, and of course in the Sims 4 every house is near your workplace, so obviously they definitely delivered in this aspect, you know. So it's Eliza's fault in the end that she got this house. And obviously if you actually like this house, I don't know, you can still download it and use it, but I think that it could be like fun to see some of you try and remake this house and transform it into an actual like cute little home. I think it could really work well. And I went with a little bit of a very old school looking like house, so old, like obviously the carpet and the flooring that I chose, and all the walls and all the stuff, and also the furniture is all very like old looking and dirty and kind of gross. But I think that if you clean this up a little bit and obviously got rid of most of the furniture and changed up the floorings and other things. I think that the layout is okay, it's nothing crazy, and you could do something decent with it. It's a very, very small home, obviously, because since Eliza is materialistic, I also wanted to go in a very opposite direction and do something very, very small and dirty and creepy and kind of like, you know, very cheap looking. And I think I kind of reached the point that I wanted, and obviously is, you know, the perfect house for Eliza Pancakes, because she is definitely gonna love this. And yeah, I'm having so much fun recording this. I had a blast making all the lines that you heard, like, and taking all the screenshots and all the photos that I'm using, and like the editing and everything. It's taken a while, so you probably, if you go on the gallery right now, this house is a little bit far back, like not too crazily far back. I think actually, as of me recording right now, it's either the last that I posted or the second to last that I posted. But just so you know, if you're seeing this, it's gonna take me a couple of days still to record and finish editing and everything to make it as good as I want. I'm also planning on making a nice logo for the show, and hopefully you guys like it, because if you like it, I could do other like kind of slapstick comedy things like this one, a little bit stupid and dumb, and other series like this, or maybe even I'd love to continue this one if you guys like it, of course, with other Sims, of course, making other perfect houses for this house twist. I don't know, and I really wanted to play on the very like known TLC programs like Perfect Home, where they have these people like come in a very ugly home and transform it into a nice beautiful home, like the Property Brothers, and there's so many other programs like that on TLC and other shows and other channels as well. They have them, so I really wanted to play on that. So this is a kind of the idea that I wanted, to have like a show where they promise you to give you a beautiful perfect home, because that's usually what they give you, and it's actually ugly and creepy and gross, and it's exactly not what you wanted. If there is a sim in the future that really wants a gross ugly home, I would have to give them a beautiful mansion, of course, because this is house twist. You're getting a twist. It's not the house that you wanted. And of course, you can let me know, obviously, what you think about this series down below. I don't remember exactly who gave me the idea. I think I got it in a comment on here on YouTube in one of my videos. I got a comment saying that I should create houses that are exactly the opposite for that sim that I'm making the house for. So this is exactly what this series is supposed to be, and of course this first episode is about Eliza Pancakes. So as I said in the intro, if you haven't realized, she is materialistic, she is neat, sorry, and she is a perfectionist. So of course this house is ugly and dirty and all like messed up and obviously very dirty, so she is against the neat, and it's also kind of cheap and ugly looking because of the fact that she's materialistic. So yeah, I'm actually super proud of how it looks. I think it's a pretty neat house. If you look past the ugly interior, I think that the garden is gorgeous. It's a beautiful big garden, and if you clean up the pool, and I guess it's a lake, technically not a pool, but you could swim in it if you take out a couple of rocks, and your sims can definitely go swim. You have to take out obviously the plants that I'm gonna place. You're gonna see I'm placing so many stuff there because I really wanted the quote-unquote lake. It's a pool, but I'm gonna call it a lake. I really wanted it to feel like dirty and like there's so many plants living in it, and you really need to clean it up. But if you did clean it up and remove all the plants and make it look a little bit more manicured and nice, I think it could really be an asset for this house. I think it could really work well for a fixer-upper. I think this house is a fixer-upper in the making. So that's why I'm like dropping a little bit of the hints. If you want to make a fixer-upper of this house, I'd love to see it. And yeah, I honestly, it's super fun. I had so much fun making this video. I'm having so much fun like doing this entire challenge, I guess, this entire series. I don't know how to call it. It's not really a challenge. It's not challenging, I'm just building, but I don't know really what to call it. I mean, is house twist. That's the word. That's how I'm gonna call it. It's house twist. If you don't know what house twist is, well, you're not watching this video because clearly I explained it. And yeah, I am finishing off with the exterior a little bit, just a couple little touches, a little activities to do outside, and a sitting area, and of course, so many plants to make it look like not manicured and ugly kinda, and dirty, I guess. And yeah, I think I succeeded, obviously. You can let me know in the comments down below if you like this series at all, if you like this idea that I had. I mean, again, as I said, I did find it in the comments. I don't remember who said it, but I do remember writing down the comments because I have a whole page of all the ideas that I have to do for The Sims, like videos ideas, and I had this one as well in those. So definitely I found it from the comments here. I don't know who said it, but thank you so much for doing that, because this series is a super fun one, and obviously, hopefully, not obviously, hopefully you guys agree as well. And I'm finishing off this with a nice metal fence, a black metal fence, because I really wanted to feel a little bit creepy as well. Not only like it's kind of dirty and ugly, it's also kind of haunted in my opinion. But at least it looks cute, I guess. Of course, a lot of vines, because I really wanted to make it feel like nobody's taking care of this house, and there's just plants growing everywhere as well as in the garden as well, you're gonna see. I'm using a lot of plants, of course, but I'm also using some nice trees from, I think these are all from Granite Falls, like, I mean, I said the name of the word, not the name of the pack, but Outdoor Retreat, yeah. I think these are all plants from Outdoor Retreat. So I really wanted to give the forest vibe, so I went with these like pines kind of trees. I think they work pretty well. So we are almost done. We're almost to the screenshots. I'm just adding a little well, and we are adding also a nice bird fountain just to give it a little bit something outside. And right now it's called Dirtiest Squalor. I think it's called Dirty Squalor on the gallery. And of course I used creepy crawlies, and yeah, here are the screenshots. This is the exterior of the house. You can let me know what you think about this house. It's a ugly house, I know, and it's supposed to be. Of course, as I said many times, this is the series. And yeah, I don't even mind it that much. I think it's kind of cute. I really like how it looks over the little pond. And of course the interior is dirty and gross and decrepit, and there's so much stuff like everywhere, and it looks ugly, but that's the point, of course. So I think I did a good job. I actually really enjoyed this house. Obviously, you can let me know in the comments down below what you think about the house, and let me know what you think about this series. If you want to see more, I'd love to know, because I'm super curious what are your thoughts on this. But yeah, this is the house, this is the interior. I'm gonna have a couple shots of the outside during the night as well, and then we're gonna move on to the ending of the video. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, put on notification. I'm saying all this stuff, but it's also like not the end of the video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, I guess. We're gonna go, and this is the house, obviously, for Eliza Pancakes. Yeah, it's her house. And here we have it. Eliza is ecstatic that she finally owns her own perfect little home. Look at how happy and relaxed she is. Finally, she can stop worrying. Her perfect home is finally hers. Another client totally satisfied by House Twist. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.